Hi everyone, and welcome back to Retro PC. Taking a look at another mall today. This is the Grand Cities Mall in Grand Forks, North Dakota. This mall is by no means very big, but it's by no means a dead mall either. There are mostly filled stores in this small mall. A lot of the anchors have been converted to other things. That Kmart you see there is just simply no more. It's in the process of being torn down. The other major anchor is a church. And they did a pretty good job incorporating their church into this mall, and we'll take a look at that. This display window here is for a vacuum shop. I just found it interesting that there's still a Christmas tree going on. It's almost the end of March. Definitely an older mall, but very clean. And given it's springtime now and it's warm out, and this is in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and the snow is melting, there was not one bucket grabbing leaky water, which I think is astounding. Now, as you come to the atrium here, there's something quite unique about this mall and how they do their stores. Each one is kind of its own entity, its own little building on a street, if you will. They've kind of made this look like a street. And it just isn't anything I've ever seen before. I mean, look how cool they put this together for these stores. That is the vacuum shop there. There's a pub here, which I believe was open. I didn't go inside. Now here is one of the stores that is shut down. Not all stores are filled in this place, but at least they do a good job of, covering the windows up. One thing I've noticed with malls now, that no matter how much they're dying, they do a good job of covering their empty storefronts, which is really amazing. So there's kind of a dead spot right here, you'll notice, in this mall as we come on to Sport Pros, which is actually a Play It Again Sports, a reuse kind of sports shop. What's a better word for that? Reuse. Lightly used sporting goods. There we go. A quite amazing mural on the ceiling here above this pretty robust kids area, which is why when we initially came here, this place was busy because a lot of people on the weekend, I noticed, bring their kids to this little playground and they sit and have coffee or whatever and let their kids run wild in this little play area, which was really cool. The shrubbery is well cared for in this place, and that's another thing, is this place was incredibly clean for a small, older mall. They just took such good care of everything. One of the other anchors is an Ace Hardware. Takes up most of that side of this wing, you'll see, if not actually all of it. And then the other anchor over here, which is coming into view, is a massive bookstore. Has books, CDs, DVDs. It was just packed with media. Really cool place. I did stop by in there, take a look around, and ask if they had laser discs for sale, which they, of course, said no. But a really big bookstore. It does look like they serve food from a certain hour of the day to a certain hour of the day, but I didn't really see like a full functioning kitchen in there or anything. there was a rather large ballet studio. I'm not sure how big that dance studio is, but the entryway was quite big and very modern. Beautifully painted piano here. These were, of course, in more than one area of this mall. And there were 2 gumball candy machine stands like that you see in every mall. This is coming down the other wing here. This antique store was massive. I mean, went on for what felt like miles and just packed with anything and everything you can imagine. It also had that unique antique store smell. I'm not sure what this shop was with the flags. I didn't really take too close of a look. I wish I would have. This was a very lonely wing here. I don't know why, but this really old bench just sitting here outside this storefront was just something I had to take a look at. Not a whole lot down this wing, with the exception of what's to come up here, which is called For Heaven's Cakes Cake Shop. I'm guessing it's a Christian cake shop. But they did sell Girl Scout cookies. Obviously nothing was for lunch that week. I did not go into the cake shop. Or that. And a mall wouldn't be complete with, of course, these little tyke toys, little tyke rides. But I was surprised to see Tony the Tiger on one of them. And yes, I did confirm it was in fact Tony the Tiger because his name is clearly printed on his bandana. I mean, this was nothing to do with Frosted Flakes, but there's Tony the Tiger anyway. Now, as we come down this wing, this is another rather quiet wing when it comes to storefronts. But if you look in the back area there is a massive entrance to this church and a gathering area out front, which I gotta say was really nice. These Hope Youth Centers also are part of this church. So that church, like this Hope Kids here is part of the church. A lot of this stuff was connected to this Hope Church. So they definitely invested in some real estate when it came to this mall. But look at this fantastic reception area, or gathering area for this church. Just really nice. Well done. There was another very small church in here with a really nice front. I just can't get over how cool the storefronts are for this place. And it wouldn't be a mall without a watch and jewelry repair. That's never open. Never see those places open ever. Their hours are like 1 to 2 on Saturdays. And that's the mall, folks. Just a really cool small mall hiding in Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Goodbye.